So as I mentioned, the 40-point game, it's been pretty much all good news for the Lakers this year. They're 19-0 when James leads the team in scoring, which is the best record in the NBA. Only longer such winning streaks belong, in a season, I should say, belong to Steph Curry and LaMarcus Aldridge, and that was 4 years ago. All right, Tim Legler is alongside, and again, as I mentioned, would have loved to get your thoughts on the Bucks and the Raptors earlier, but wanted you to be able to see this in totality. And you get 82 games on the schedule. They're not all the same, especially if you're LeBron and you're on the floor with this young guy who's coming for you. Do you see a different James tonight than you've seen this year?
Definitely, and I think this season more than any other, there are nights when LeBron comes out and it's clear that he's going to give most of the control of the offense to Anthony Davis. And he's going to pace himself a little bit. He's going to be more of a facilitator and playmaker. This wasn't one of those nights. LeBron had a different bounce to him tonight. This was LeBron at 28 years old. The speed, the skill, the force, the decisiveness with how he was going to attack. Every single time he got a smaller defender in the post, this is basically what happened. And, the Pelicans decided they were going to play him straight up, not double him, and LeBron was not going to settle for a fadeaway. He was going to get to the rim and pound on guys. And then he went on that little shooting spree in the third quarter that, for all intents and purposes, gave them enough separation where they could hold on the rest of the night. So it was clear to me from the very beginning of the game, he had a little bit, his hair was up on his neck a little bit. That's how I describe LeBron when he gets like that. He was in a different mindset tonight. He was going to be an attacker. He was going to be a scorer, a little something. He knew this game had some eyes on it.
Sure, of course.
The first time these two guys were on the court together, you can't tell me it doesn't matter to him. That stat you just showed, by the way, that's an important one. 19-0 when he's leading scorer. I think it tells you that LeBron understands nights that they need it. That's what he's going to be. He felt that maybe they were going to need that tonight against the Pelicans team playing really well, and we're going to be up for this game, obviously.
They play on Sunday on ESPN, and we will be following that game. Now, I want to talk about Alex Caruso, and I've joked about this a little bit. All right, so it's the white guy who yams on people with the thinning hair, and it's like you can be the Joker on the internet if you want, but this guy can go.
Right.
Like, what does he give them?
He is the guy in your offense that every team needs, and you can't really put a value on what it is. Now, tonight, statistically, it ended up with 8 assists. He had another 5 or 6 for dudes missed open looks, but it's the way he gets the ball hopping so quickly to the next guy. It is so decisive. Tonight it was KCP that was benefiting from it. If I'm Pope, I'm taking him out for a meal right after this game because his eyes were glued to him wherever he was on the floor. The ball is fired to you right when you need it. I played with a couple guys like this in my career, and I loved having them on the floor because they always made the right play. The other thing, Scott, you can't really put a value on the fact that this is now like the crowd favorite.
Energy
so what
guy.
that does for your energy as a team when he comes on the floor and starts making plays and taking charges and stripping guys at the rim and then occasionally like sneaky dunk on a guy and move the ball like that, there's a value to being the guy that energizes the entire building. That's what he is, but he's also a highly skilled basketball player. I thought he was an enormous difference maker tonight.
Know your role and be great in your role. He clearly understands what it is, and he is great in that role.
Absolutely.
Tim, appreciate it.
All right, Scott.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.